Hey, Alden. Yeah, I know. I've heard many persons say that this is their favorite RPG or favorite game. Period. More the former than the latter, though. For me personally. Hey, Billy the Nug. Yeah, Poyozo Dance is pretty special. Hey, Sick Nick. I'm sorry to hear that, Corey Freak. I've been slowly I've migrated the Breath of Fire 3 playthrough to off stream just so that I'll actually finish it. Been making slow progress but steady progress. Like I just finished Momo's Tower the last time I played. Oh yeah, that from Chrono Trigger 2, right? I do remember Miguel being psyched up as being a really hard boss, and I had no trouble whatsoever with him the first time I played Chrono Cross. Hey, Koopa Freak. Yeah, that was... this was certainly the first game I ever played that had multiple endings. At least different and meaningful ways, not just like really minor things like Castlevania 3, where you get a very slightly different ending depending on who your spirit helper is, but it's mostly the same otherwise. This was the first game I ever played that had New Game Plus, too. To be honest, I mean, I do kind of prefer New Game Plus modes that up the challenge of the game instead of just making it so you can steamroll everything. Like, Parasite Eve New Game Plus doubles the hit points of enemies and raises their other stats and stuff too. Shovel Knight New Game Plus is kind of more like a second quest because it removes all the health items and makes you take more damage and stuff. Whereas in this game, it does take away some of the really strong stuff, like the rainbow. Or no, it does let you keep the rainbow sword, but it takes away like the green dream and a few other things. But other than that, you get all your endgame equipment right at the start. Hey, Saintas. Oh, thank you, Escher. Appreciate it. I don't actually remember seeing like any TV commercials for this game. I do remember the next one for FF6, but I don't remember really anything about the promotion for Chrono Trigger other than Nintendo Power articles. Oh, nice, Cosmic the Dolphin. Yeah, like Everraid saying, pretty much all Symphony of the Night speedruns are on the New Game Plus mode, just because that it both lets you skip cutscenes, and I believe gives you full access to the item shop. Go bird skip. I believe. There we go. So my off-stream attempts have had some pretty beastly first couple splits, actually. Like, I think I gained 9 seconds on Yakra skip and like 20 on Dragon Tank last night. I'm sure a lot of that just comes from better movement because I'm not trying to read chat while I'm moving. Yeah, I mean, I remember when this, thank you Master Kratos for the hosting. When the game first came out, I remember calling my local Blockbuster, like, every weekend, basically asking if they had it in stock so I could rent it, and they didn't, because they only got one card of it. And it was always already out by before my weekend started. So I ended up actually just asking my parents to get it for me for like I think it would have been Christmas actually, because yeah, it came out in August. And my birthday is in July, so would have missed the boat on that. Oh, thanks, Saintez. I'm really happy with how the SGDQ run went. It wasn't perfect, but I thought we played very well. And had good commentary and everything. Pretty much most of the RPGs I own are original. Like this, yeah, like this. I have FF6 that I got new. I did not actually own a copy of FF4 until a couple years ago, just because I rented that, and then by the time like I could get a new game for my birthday or whatever, it was time for FF6. Oh hey, Adovino, good morning, sir. Thank you. Adovino runs this game too and has done a lot of the RNG routing work and stuff like that, so be sure to give him a follow if you like this game. Yeah, it was August 22nd of '95 was when it came out in North America. I think the Japanese release was in March or February or so. I do remember noticing that in my Twitter timeline or whatever last winter. Yeah, it's really sad that this game didn't get a PAL release. Not until the pretty bad PlayStation port. Hey, Gold Glove. Alright, so I'm gonna fight some battles here in order to learn Cyclone and Flame Toss. Yeah, you're not missing much, Naram. The best remake of this is on the DS, in my opinion. Although the Wii Virtual Console version is basically the same as a Super Nintendo, so if you want to play on a modern console, I would do either VC or DS. Hey, Spud. Hey, Alta. Yeah, like I've gotten to play a few N64 games that I always wanted to play, but didn't because I didn't have an N64 as a kid. Like Paper Mario, I'd been wanting to play forever before I got my Wii. It'd be really, really awesome if they did like a if they released Terranigma on VC, because it's not like there isn't already an official English translation, but I don't really see that happening. Oh, nice, Spud. Yeah, to drive uphill both ways. Wow. Well, then I guess I don't know what the US dollar to Australian dollar exchange rate is or was, but 110 US dollars for any game is pretty excessive. Oh, Spud, when you get your flashcard and stuff and you play this game, I would not recommend playing it the way I am right now. I would recommend actually enjoying it and talking to NPCs and stuff. Yeah, you're not normally supposed to like glitch out your equipment and skip bosses and manipulate RNG and stuff like that. That's called me being naughty. Yeah, and you should generally try to take more than 3 hours to play it, too. Yeah, I remember, I think it was Bro Sencha that tweeted a concept drawing that it kind of is where the cover art for the game came from, with Crono and Marley doing Fire Sword on, I think, Heckran. It's based on just like an early concept sprite work picture from the game, basically, that showed basically the same thing. Crono and Marley doing Fire Sword on Heckran. So if there's any, probably at least a few people watching that have never seen this run before, so I'm about to do some glitches to skip the first boss. First one involves glitching the game out so that it thinks I'm always standing at a save point. Then using that to save and reset once I'm inside the loading trigger for the Yakra fight. To give me movement control when I'm not supposed to have it. And then because if you talk to the real Chancellor after you've rescued him from this chest, which is normally only supposed to be possible after you defeated Yakra, it'll continue the story. You can actually use that to skip the fight completely. No, sadly, having Luca do her walkabout actually wastes a bunch of time. It's more just something silly to show off in marathons. Probably not. I like Chrono Cross, but it's just one of many games that I like it, but not quite enough to want to invest the time to learn the speedrun and do attempts. Yeah. Having the Magus bro hug would be pretty amazing. Be a jerk friend here, not comfort frog here, 'cause that wastes time. And this save and reload here is to skip this fight. Because resetting and reloading the game in the middle of that screen makes it makes it load the birds fight that it normally does when you enter from the time gate instead of the world map, which is actually possible to avoid, unlike the Imp and Raleigh battle you get normally there. Hey, Dark. There's no step manipulation, but there is battle manipulation. Like all of the fights that I've gotten into so far, I've actually known exactly what's going to happen as far as like what the enemies do when I get critical hits and stuff like that. The reason you can do that in this game is because the only things that affect the RNG for battles is other stuff in battles and then resetting and reloading the game. Most RPGs have like a frame counter or something that seeds the RNG for battles, which makes it effectively impossible to manipulate. But not Chrono Trigger. I'm just kind of glad there's lots of like movement tech and battle dodges and stuff in this game too, because if that wasn't the case, it would be kind of a boring run once you learned the manipulation route, because then every run would be basically the same. I don't take donations. Yeah, this is going to be an any percent run, but since it's a special occasion, after the any percent run, I'm going to switch files and fight Lavos the correct way. And we'll see the full ending, too. So for this trial here, we want Crono to be found guilty, because it speeds up the next cutscene after this. So with what I did in the fairgrounds, it's going to be a 50-50 chance if I get guilty or not guilty. Guilty! Yay! So I save about 6 seconds. Yeah, I'm considering FFL3. I learned the route in order to commentate for it at Crystals for Life a few years ago, but I never actually did any full runs. Yes, I was 14 when this game came out. He ran all of the Legend games and Adventure. He didn't run Adventure very long. Nice Lavos Spun. Nice name too. Yeah, if you're familiar with Secret of Mana, which you probably are if you're watching this, Secret of Mana was Seiken Densetsu 2 in Japan, and Seiken Densetsu 1 was released in English as Final Fantasy Adventure. Ah, thank you MTI for the hosting. Edwar, I actually am planning to do that at some point, maybe like next year, once I feel like I'm good at all 3 games. But we've done Final Fantasy relays of having teams run at 4, 5, and 6 back to back. Hey, Spike. Spike's picking up. People were asking about Chrono Cross earlier. Spike's actually taking this week to learn the Chrono Cross RTA route, so make sure to give him a follow if you want to see Chrono Cross action. Hey MTI, thank you very much for the raid and host, good sir. I agree that this game does need more Berserkers, which we'll be getting once I get to Nisbel and Magus's castle. Secret of Evermore was actually completely made by Square of North America, as I understand it. They kind of made it to look like Secret of Mana, but they didn't like reuse any code or really anything like that. Hey, Freddy, thank you, sir. Yeah. It does actually kind of surprise me a little bit that there's, as far as I know, there's nobody out there yet that runs both Chrono games. 'Cause I could see a Chrono double feature being kind of a thing. Thank you, DN Anime. Yeah, the two games, yeah, like Spike alluded to, the two games are very different for speedrunning, just because they're very different games, so it kind of follows. I'm sure Cross does have some similar tech involving like avoiding encounter triggers and stuff, but it's considerably less glitchy than this game. Focus on this fight. Again, manipulating when Chrono gets critical hits. Should be sub 28. Oh, almost a gold too. Yeah, Zoa is the best. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate how many people dislike Chrono Cross because it's not Chrono Trigger 2 and just can't really appreciate it for what it does in its own right. And I just messed up a very minor script there. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it is very hard for me to imagine Spike talking in lowercase. Oh, Ragnarok isn't wholly elemental in 5? Not know that, although I've actually never, I don't think I've ever actually used the Ragnarok, because I think all the Fiesta runs that I've actually fought Shinryu, I didn't actually have Knight, who I think is the only class that can use the Ragnarok. Actually, that kind of reminds me of a chat I was in, like just some stream chat I was in once with Essentia, where she was channeling her inner Raijin from, or no, I think it's Fujin from FF8, who only communicates in single words in all caps, and she was responding to all chat comments and stuff in single words. Yeah, if I'd have gotten started earlier, I probably would have done 100% for this, just to actually show the full game, but I'll at least do an after party with doing no elixir glitch Lavos with my 100% file, so we can see the too far away times ending. If not sooner, I'll be doing Chrono Trigger 100% as part of my 16,000 followers special. Whenever I do that, I basically put that on hold to focus on finishing learning FF4. But now that that's out of the way, I should pick a date for that. Well, not a date, a weekend, because it'll take me more than one day to run all 16-bit games that I know. catching the rat cycles a little bad. Probably lost a few seconds to that, but pretty solid lap 16 otherwise. Labor Day weekend wouldn't actually be a bad idea. I don't think I really have any serious other plans for that. Alright, Empty Eye, that Berserker's for you. Although sadly I only have one, so I can't have a Tri-Zerker party. Yeah, Berserk is a pretty obscure status in Chrono Trigger, because I don't think there's really any way to get it other than equipping the Berserker. Like, there's no, I know there's no tech that inflicts Berserk. I know I don't think there's an item that can inflict it, and if there's an enemy that can make you go Berserk, it's pretty uncommon. Hey, Marul. I think if you just go to it all the way through the screen, you just move on basically. The second screen transition that you triggered overrides the first one, and you just continue. Because I've seen new people trying to run this game, like when you fade out skip the two guards on the bridge in Guardia Prison. Like, I've seen them get the skip, but think that they didn't, so they start fading out again and then get all the way to the other side of the bridge. So I'm curious now, do you actually get Zoa in the Chrono Cross speedrun? Because it's been a while, I think it's been since Railcoon ran it for Crystals for Life, since I've either seen her run or just seen like a full playthrough of the game, period. And I want to say that you get to choose one of the Dragoons to join you. I think either Karsh or Zoa. Aw, that's disappointing. Alright, still beat the rat cycle there. Yeah, like I figured I've always figured that's why the Japanese RTA community loves Chrono Cross and doesn't love Chrono Trigger, is just because if you're not open to using glitches, then this is a pretty closed game as far as routing, whereas Chrono Cross is very open because of all the choices you have with the characters and the element system and what have you, and the storyline options like save kid and stuff. But I know we've talked about how like the Japanese Chrono Cross community does like challenge festivals where they do races where they have to save kid and other just other stuff that you wouldn't normally do in a straight any percent run. Yeah, that's something I'm very curious about. If somebody's able to come up with a viable single segment route that doesn't get the Master Mune. Because like I know Molotov's segmented run did it, but Railkun said that that was basically just using the fact that it's segmented to manipulate lots more like level 3 criticals than you'd realistically get in a single segment. If you mean the Final Fantasy Legend games, those were original Game Boy. If you mean like the Final Fantasy Advance games, those were GBA. Yeah, I'd love to see some innovation now that there's like multiple people that run it. The record for this is 247. I'm not in order to compete with that. I would have to be willing to do what's called Lavos shell skip, and I added a section to my Chrono Trigger FAQ in my Twitch bio that explains more about that and why I don't want to use it. Yeah, that was something I never really appreciated until I saw Railkun's run of the game, was that Sprig is actually really good. Because all I remember really using Sprig for in all of my playthroughs was getting Ozzy, Flea, and Slash forms, just as Easter eggs. Yeah, because there were two different versions of FFL3, the Square and the Sunsoft one. I think my card is Square. Although, as far as I know, there's literally no difference other than just what it says on the cart label. The actual game is the same. Yeah, and I can see, yeah, the fact that the text is faster in Japanese for all the cutscenes leading up to the Master Moon. I can see that being kind of a meaningful region difference. So yeah, I'm sure people that like to rename characters to their real names, like I know El Magus always renames Robo to R66Y. Robo roll. Yeah. I don't know, at this point I could probably see that being more of a thing that you would do if you really want to try to go all out and try to go for like sub 7 or something like that. Because I would assume that a no Master Moon route would be a lot... Oops, actually I didn't need to start walking that early. A no Master Moon route would be... I mean, it could probably be refined a bit to be somewhat reliable, but I'm sure there'd probably still be a lot more randomness to it than the Master Moon route. Yeah, I've never played any mana games past Legend. Which disappointed me a little bit too, just because of how easy it was. Although I think it's one of the most gorgeous looking and sounding games on the PS1. Coming up after getting through this hallway is the most random fight in the whole game. Just because the colors of the slimes is something I can't manipulate. The more green, basically the more greens the better, because they have less defense. Oh, that's a pretty good pattern actually. I think that's the same one I got last night, in fact. I took kind of a gamble there. Alright, well now that the red one's dead, I don't have to worry about those counterattacks anymore. This is still good. This isn't quite as good as the fight I had last night, but it's pretty good as far as the number of greens I got and them bunching together to get cycloned. Yeah, Live Alive or Live Alive, whatever it is, that's a game I definitely need to play at some point. Along with Treasure of the Rudra. Yeah, greens are better because they die faster. It's pretty rare actually to get a kind of a really legit good acid alkaline battle just because of because you need to get lucky with the colors and with your damage rolls too, because you can't RNG manipulate that fight because of not knowing what the colors are. Hey, Chrono 2000. That is something I've actually been meaning to toy with a little, seeing if like equipping the Berserker on Robo or something would would make any kind of meaningful difference in the acid alkaline fight. Although it would be 2 extra menus, because if I wanted to use it on Marley for the Protodome fight, I would have to take it off of her and then put it on Robo. Oh, thank you, Charbacken. I think technically the name is Raibaru Raibaru. As long as I have under 46 or 47 minutes here, that's a pretty solid base. And here I'm staggering the order that I attack the R series in order to manipulate their AI. I don't know if I'm ever going to beat my gold split again for this table though, just because of how beastly my factory was last night. Between well, not making any mistakes and getting the best acid alkaline fight I've ever seen, as far as getting 4 greens and having them not getting any counterattacks and having them all cluster together for cyclones. A Fire Rock. Yeah, sub 47 R series is pretty. That's actually pretty much the same as my 100% PB. I think that was like 46-43 or something. But last night my R series split was 46-12, so over 30 seconds faster. Mostly just from luck on the acid alkaline fight, but a little better movement and stuff too. Hey, Zaire. Winged Zaire here is a brand new dad, so everybody congratulate him. I think he had a boy. I bet. Now, if you ask Mrs. Zaire, I don't think she said it was completely instant. This bucket here. That door is really finicky to try to dodge that locked text too. Alright. Everybody think magic. If you feel compelled, feel free to walk around the edges of whatever room you're in, as long as doing so is not going to injure you. Time for the Specchio skip. And got it. It's been a long time since I've just absent-mindedly mashed and chosen to fight Specchio there, but it is something that is a very real possibility. Yeah, now we can reenact the cover art and have Marley use fire on Heckran. So we're going to cause an international incident here by stealing these tabs from the Elder of Medina's house. Alright, good night, Empty Eye. Have yourself a good one. I'm going to use Berserk on some bosses in your honor, too. Oh, I ate the cake, just not immediately. I paused there to see if Marley got a critical, because that one-shots those henches and saves me having to use Flame Toss with Luca. Because I'm not manipulating RNG during this part of the run, I can't count on it. Get this skip this time. Alright, that's a pretty tight one to round the corner like that so you don't activate those bats there. Unlike Final Fantasy IV, this game does have a bat skip. Not sure that was high enough, but we'll go for with it. Nope. Ah. This and the next one after this are the hardest tricks in the game, in my opinion. That's definitely high enough. But well worth it, because Heckran is actually a pretty nasty boss in a speedrun setting. On par. I know I got first try Zombor skip in these splits. I think other than some movement derps and stuff in the Dragon Tank segment, really the first hour of my PB is pretty solid. But after it's when I start get to Massa and Mune and beyond that I can actually start to pick up some time just from playing well. Alright, bird skip number 2. Yeah, like a good 2D version of FF7 would be pretty sweet. And like, obviously not counting the, I think the Chinese ROM hack. That's NES style, as in like a FF6 or Chrono Trigger style version. I could also go for like FF4 PSP style remakes of 5 and 6 too. Where it keeps pretty much keeps the spirit of the original game, but just modernizes the graphics and controls a bit. Yeah, I skip pretty much all chests in this run. There's a few I pick up because I need ethers and I need weapon upgrades at various points, but for the most part, I really don't need to open chests. You're pretty much right, Sharikanta. I don't really consider the run to really have started until after this next skip here, because once you're past this part, you're past the worst RNG in the game and the hardest boss skips. So let's see how it goes. Get it first try. Not sure that was far enough. Nope. Okay, that looks good. I went into the cathedral in order to activate the save anywhere glitch that I'm using here to skip Zombor and all the fights on the bridge. Got some shopping and stuff to do here. I'll try to talk a little more about the glitches after I'm done. Alright, so I went into the cathedral to set up a glitch that lets me save anywhere, and then I used it to save and reset the game past the event trigger for the starting the bridge battles, which let me skip all of them. And I'm using it again here in order to actually skip 2 fights in a cutscene by clipping through the mountain here. That scrolling I did with my save files there was to time loading the file in a right window for manipulating the RNG on the next boss. And ideally the next several bosses too. Nisbel and Magus, if everything goes well. Hey, Even Smash. So that first fight I ran away from is the only unavoidable battle in this whole place. All the others I can just avoid through movement. This screen's really important because if I hit the battle trigger here, there's like 4 or 5 battles back to back. But once I've gone through that screen once, the battle trigger's gone permanently. Mountains are nice, but I already know that. Yeah. That red mana. I was more of a green and black deck guy back in the day, though. Oh, nice, Club SC, yeah. If you haven't really fought stuff or read the tutorials, Dragon Tank is kind of hard. I know I did at least build decks using all of the colors at some point in my MTG playing career of a couple years. I think my favorite ones were my my black deck, my green deck, my black and blue deck, and my white and I forget what the other color besides white was, but I know it wasn't mono white. Okay, I need to concentrate on this boss because it's pretty touchy. Just enjoy the music. Alright, nice. Come far now. This next part of the run coming up I've had problems with my last couple attempts though as far as preserving the RNG manipulation. Let's see how it goes. The battle with the reptites when you first go to 65 million BC is very touchy for the RNG manipulation. Yeah, I lost a lot of my lead last night to the Zombor segment between missing the bird skip and missing the Zombor skip a couple times, but I think I was about 20, somewhere between 20 and 30 seconds ahead of my splits at this point. So I'm not that far off now. And I'm getting to and then yeah, I'm kind of past the point where everything was really good in my PB too. So most of the remaining splits in the run I can gain time on without a ton of heroics. Alright, now we get to find out if it's officially the run or not. Namely, if we see a new in Frog's Forest. Every time you go through this forest, there's a 1 out of 8 chance to see a new, and we have a saying in the Chrono Trigger Speedrun community that if you see a new here, then that means it's officially the run. And I've got 2 more chances because I go back there with once I get the Mazamion. Yeah, but Marley does look kind of similar to the girl from Secret of Mana, at least as far as like her outfit. I don't think Akira Toriyama did the sprite work for Secret of Mana though. Or really any other Square games other than this one. He mostly did the Dragon Quest series. Along with a little known anime series called Dragon Ball. Yeah, but that's kind of the general chat topic for tonight, is people's favorite memories of this game, like of playing it or stuff inside the game or what have you. Just make sure I got the... okay. Looked like I'd gotten the Melchior skip, but the easy way to check is just to save the game and see if if the chapter changes to the rare red rock. The Sphere of Light. Alright, I need to focus on this next fight because it's a little touchy. Even starting it too, because I have to close the text box, the second text box, before the fight starts in a very specific point. Okay, ooh, that might have been a hair early, but we'll see. We're good. Double 574s, okay. Should be good for Nizbel, assuming everything goes well with the next couple fights. Hey, Feral. I'll definitely need that luck. Oh wait, I'm not doing Lava's Shell Skip. Never mind. Everybody congratulate Farrell on showing Lufia 2 his fighting spirit to its face the other day, too. Yeah, it's definitely cool to hear grandmother and Chrono Trigger in the same sentence. Yeah, I think Farrell might have sparked an international incident now by taking the Lufia 2 world record. The last time he did that, the entire country of Germany mobilized immediately to take it back. So I had to get Marley out of the party here in order to get the fastest version of this feast cutscene here. If you have Marley, you have to wait for her to dance for a while before you can start the soup drinking contest. Alright, later, Crono, thanks for stopping by. Oh, new manipulation? As in, like, full game manipulation, or just like better manipulation for what's already manipulated? So I think the last I had heard was that the manipulation route went up to the wedding or so. I actually don't know what it is in the Japanese version. I'm sure it's something more obviously alcoholic than soup. Or soda, although we're not getting into the soda in any percent. Hey, Jair. I brought some news with me for good luck. If the game doesn't give me any this time. I like how Luca just glitches out and then Marley appears if you do that swap there. Can manipulate every boss fight. Well, just as long as the manipulation is hard to do, because if it's easy to do, then that kind of takes the fun out of it, if you ask me. Because I didn't think I'd really like running this game with RNG manipulation, but it's not easy to do, and neither are the boss skips and other stuff, so in some ways doing the manipulation actually makes the game harder, but it does make it considerably faster. Hey Tide, evening sir. Okay, so this is where I find out if I did everything right for the reptites. The top, Evil Weevil, which is an awesome name, should attack Crono for 34. Okay, good. And on the next fight, Ayla should get a critical hit. There's no timing to the resets. Well, that's interesting. That is correct, Stinger. So I take it you're just gonna reset before the save point, or at the save point before each boss, then, in order to kick off manipulation. Alright, should be good for Nizbel now. Unless I screw up one of these battle skips here, which I didn't. Might pick up a bit of time here too, but we'll see. Because I usually do if I have a good Nizbel segment. Oh, you save? You don't actually have to reset? Okay. That's new. World record is 247. Hey, unoriginal name. Alright. If you mean Nizbel, no, you can't, I mean no, you can't skip Nizbel just because you actually have to. There's no way to get to this cutscene and to advance the story without actually fighting Nizbel. And if you're talking Lavos shell skip, I've got that in my FAQ as far as what it is and why I'm not interested in it. A little zigzag there, skip some text from Ayla. You can also just actually walk up and talk to her and then leave while the text is up, but that's a second slower. You can never go wrong with Corridors of Time, Magus's theme, World Revolution. I mean, this game's whole soundtrack is amazing. Yeah, Villagin beat his challenge goal by about 27 minutes. RG 100%. Well, Cursed Gamer, that's why when I return to FF5, I'm most likely going to do glitchless, because, yeah, I don't like the way the any percent route ends with just glitching out X-Death and then killing him with no real challenge. Yeah, it's always tempting to step away from him at that point, so because it's kind of touchy to close that text without talking to him again. I mean, glitchless FF5 isn't really that different from any percent. It's pretty much just no item duplication and no Neo X-Death skip. I mean, the Japanese record is glitchless, and it's like over 10 minutes faster than the English any percent record, in spite of that too. Like, I'm not really convinced that the item duplication glitch even saves that much time too, because of the times you have to spend setting it up. Skipping Neo X-Death is worth about like 2 to 3 minutes though. Alright, you have yourself a good one, Zaire. Sorry, getting that's a really important bird skip too, because if I get that, that means I don't have to reset before entering. If I got that and got the manipulation for Nizbel right, then I don't have to reset before Magus. Well, GBA maybe, because GBA has auto dashing, but the GBA also has a lot of lag in the battle animations and stuff. So it's a good question, I guess. I mean, I'd expect it'd be pretty comparable, just because of the fact that you can dash for more. Well, you'd have double speed dashing if you had a thief, and you can dash at all before you get your jobs. I would expect that to at least cancel out, if not exceed the time you lose from the extra lag. Thank you, Ghoulicious. Theoretically, you could use quick saves to do kind of more sophisticated encounter manipulation on GBA than you could on SNES too. I don't know if anybody's ever gonna take GBA FF5 seriously enough to route that though. Although if nothing else, I could see that being kind of a way to get back on track if you get off manipulation, maybe. Yeah, speaking of which, after we get through these flashbacks here, it's time for some mountain splitting action. Oh, I think it's pretty much proven that Frog is Glenn from all the flashbacks and stuff. It's not today, it was actually 2 days ago, but close enough. I actually did stream 2 days ago, but it was FF4 instead of this. I wanted to do this last night, but I just didn't feel like streaming last night, so I did an offline run. I had my best R-Series time ever, at about 30 seconds faster than in this run. But then I lost most of that lead to the Zombor skip, and then it fell apart at Nizbel and Magus. Yeah, I cut the Deuceler in my first FF4 run, which means I'm allowed to continue playing the game. My favorite memory playing this game, I'm probably gonna have to go with the 2-player, 1-controller Lavos Core fight for SGDQ. Alright, last chance to get a new. If not, we'll have to do with the ones in my timer. Aww. Ooh. Because it's easier. The Excalibur route is so much easier than the Drain Spear route. I mean, the last really hard part of the game is the grind fight. I mean, if I get into like 315 territory, I'll probably switch to the Drain Spear route, just because word on the street is that the Excalibur route's like a minute or two slower than the Drain Spear route. Yeah, I mean the side quests in this game are really good. I mean none of them really wear out their welcome as far as what you have to do as part of them and how they build on the story and the they all kind of develop the characters enough but not go overboard. And that's why it's fun. That's why I really like 100% runs of this game, because you do the side quests and it still only takes about 5 hours. Hey, Alfie. Yeah, my next goal is sub 320, but I've got a fair amount of work I need to do in the game. As far as like being able to do menus without having to stop and look at my notes, not derping on bosses. Eventually want to get into like the step count manipulation and stuff. Because I mean in like my 325 run I forgot what order to do the airship remodel stuff in, so I lost some time to that. And I had a really bad grind. I think I lost like about 4 minutes on the grind fight alone too. So I mean really, even without going all in, just having a good grind fight and solid other stuff should be a pretty free sub 320. Yeah, I mean it's solely because of Zeromus that the Excalibur route is viable, just because of how much longer it takes to get the Excalibur than the Drain Spear. I think Niram timed it as about 2.5 minutes that you save on Zeromus from having the Excalibur, and that's mostly just because you only get Big Bang twice in the optimal fight. Well, it's not even really optimal too, just because of how consistent it is. Alright, the mountain has been split. The speedrun resumes. Yeah, the anime version of that scene is very epic. Because the only real kind of RNG I've found with the Excalibur route Zeromus battle is who gets nuked near the end of the fight. Okay, I was a little scared there because I bonked the wall, but still made it around the corner. Because if Edge gets nuked, then Kane is still alive, and actually I was able to skip an Excalibur throw to kill him in my PB because Kane was still alive and got some extra hits in. And Edge was, I think I killed like 1 or 2 more D machines than I needed to, so I did a little bit extra damage with Edge's throws too. And that plus Kane's like getting like 2 or 3 extra hits skipped a throw. Yeah, because I think getting the Avenger is probably about as almost as time-consuming as getting the Excalibur, and it doesn't save anywhere near as much time in boss fights. The Avenger is awesome and glitchless, though. At least Japanese version glitchless. I would guess it would probably be good in English version glitchless, too. Yeah, this is pretty much my favorite part of the game for both casual play and speedrunning is Magus's castle, just because the atmosphere is just perfect. You can't dupe the spoon because you can't equip it. You can only dupe stuff that you can equip. That would be pretty cool if you could dupe the spoon, though. Well, I don't think the spoon would really be all that better than the Excalibur, though, if you have unlimited supply. I like how they add the extra reverb to the sound effects and stuff in this in the castle too. Yeah, I mean, with the Excalibur, the Zeroma's fight is probably the same speed or faster than the Rydia Rosa strat, where you skip half of his health bar. And you don't have to grind for 15 plus minutes. Yeah, hard boss here. So the RNG manipulation I'm doing here glitches out Flea's AI, so the Flea doesn't really do a whole lot. I do have to do some stuff after Frog gets 16 hits, though. Flea will eventually break out of the stun lock. And that was a boss. to have Crono kill that specific skeleton to keep it from getting a turn. Sir Slush. Who actually has more HP than Magus does if he had his phases together. Okay, this is much more involved than the flea fight, which admittedly doesn't take a whole lot. Yeah, because he's got 3,200 in Phase 1 and 5,200 in Phase 2. A CTB Twister. This is a bit harder in any percent than in 100% just because of how the manipulation works near the end of the fight. Thank you, LL Temple, for the hosting. So right here I have a very tight window to get a mid-tonic off with Crono. And I didn't get it. That's unfortunate. Hopefully this kills him. Alright. Kinda sucks that Crono died though. So that's unfortunate. Now I'm gonna lose some time on Magus instead of gaining it because of having problems with Slash. But it's a hard fight in any percent, just pretty much solely because of that mid-tonic at the end and how tight the window to get it off before he kills Frog is. It's a shame. The run was going pretty decently up until that. With those things. These outer walls are serious time, just because if I get fights, I can't run away. Because Crono died, I'm gonna have to fight an extra battle in the Tyranno lair to make up the tech points, which sucks. Well, those are the damage numbers that I should be getting on those outlaws if I'm on the right RNG seed for Magus, so let's see what happens. We'll see in the next fight on when Frog gets criticals. And then the final cue is going to be Ozzy, how much damage I do to his switches. looking for is 119 and the fourth switch. Nice. Yeah, that, I think 125 is typical for the third switch too, so I'm just gonna go with it. I don't normally need the Doom Finger, but I got it just for safety because of Crono being down a level. To make sure I get enough damage in on Magus. Well, since we're talking about people's favorite memories of this game, I'm sure this is one of them for a lot of people. It's certainly one of mine. Everything about this battle is perfect as far as the visuals, the music, the challenge. Alright. Nice. I thought I was going to lose some time there, but because my RNG manipulation renormalized somehow, despite having issues with Slash, we're back in it. I'm gonna have to fight an extra battle in the Tyranno lair though, which is probably gonna cost me most of this lead, but I do have time I can pick up in the remainder of the run, but I think probably the best I can hope for at this point is maybe a 301, just because I mean I would have had to have been like somewhat ahead by like I would have needed like a low 152 megas or something to be on pace for sub 3. So Slash is worth 10 tech points. I think I can just get away with fighting the second pair of reptites. Yeah, all the remaining splits I can gain time on. But yeah, I mean, the rest of the run goes very well, then maybe like 301.30 or something like that could happen. Yeah, that's why Magus joins you, is because he wants revenge on Lavos for stealing his childhood, basically. Even though he's not exactly a good guy, it's kind of a enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of deal. Although, in the any percent category, sadly, you don't actually get to recruit Magus. That's part of what makes 100% a pretty fun run in my book, is actually getting to use Magus. Or I should say, getting to use all Magus. Let's see if I can get the Dactyl's Nest skips. Yeah, flying when you dash is very legit. No, he's not a vampire, even though he's got the whole pale skin and red eyes thing. He's a, well, he's a wizard, basically. Who's probably done, like, unnatural things to extend his lifespan and stuff. One pixel too far. And I've been working on this too to try to find a more consistent way to set up the right pixel for getting that dodge, but the thing is that it's still pretty hard to do fast. what I'm trying to do is basically go up into that corner and then tap the try to tap the tap left on the D-pad so that I move 2 pixels to the left. And if I just kind of jab the button, that generally gives me 1 pixel of movement. So, probably going to be basically, if I have a good Tyranno lair, I'll probably be on par with my split because of missing that first Dactyl's Nest skip and then also having to fight an extra battle for tech points. I'm just gonna fight both of the battles in this next room instead of just the first one, and that should get me caught up. Ah, kill him. Or maybe not, actually, because that's only worth 8. I'll do the 3-pack downstairs just to make sure. Well, you know what? This is gonna. I think this is not actually gonna be faster than just fighting another set of volcanoes. Is the thing, so I'll just do that. Yeah, I believe this particular part of the soundtrack was actually composed by Nobuo Uematsu, rather than Yasunori Mitsuda like the rest of it. Yeah, that's what I've heard too, that Mitsuda got sick or had to go to the hospital or something like that during the development of the game, and they Square brought in Uematsu to work on it in his absence. Oops. get spin cut yet, so they... Ordinarily I would have gotten spin cut there too, but because of dying to slash, I need to fight another set of these. But it's not gonna... It's maybe like 15 seconds or so last. Maybe more than that, because of like the victory animation and stuff. Really hoping I get both Dactyl's Nest skips to make up for having to do that extra fight, because Black Tyranno is about a 6-minute fight, so yeah, by the time it actually gets started, I'll probably be on pace to lose all of my lead. It'll probably be closer to like 212. Oh, Uematsu did that many? Interesting. Didn't know there were that many. I can kind of hear Uematsu in the bike chase theme though, because it does sound kind of similar to the crazy motorcycle theme from Final Fantasy VII. Okay, nice. Pretty good luck with your attacks so far. Where are you finding that, by the way? Is that just like the Crono wiki, or some music-specific site? DDMDB? Interesting. Black Tyranno Perler would be a pretty big one. I do have partnership, I just don't have a sub button. I'm having a pretty good Crono fight. Yeah, I mean, if you want to sub to something, I would definitely recommend the RPG Limit Break channel, which is for it is a RPG speedrun charity marathon that I help organize, and there's other online events on there too during the rest of the year, to the tune of about 2 a month. Alright, so I'm now, okay. That's actually not bad for failing a Dactyl's Nest skip and having to fight an extra round of volcanoes. I might have actually shaved a turn off of the Tyranno fight too, because of because of that level I gained from the third volcano fight. Not too sure about 301 anymore, but low 302 should definitely be on the table. I'm disappointed though, because I had an off-stream attempt that was on pace to be a 3 hour and 30-second roughly PB, but I choked at the pretty much almost at the very end too, because I missed a chest. Basically, that's why I lost the run, which is something really stupid. Not like failing a hard trick or manipulation or something, just forgetting a chest. Yeah, in the DS version it's pretty clear that it's all as female, but it's pretty vague in Super Nintendo. Yeah, I like to think of that as Chrono and friends becoming Dippin' Dots. Well, I would assume that it's more clear that Azala is female in the Japanese version. And that basically just got lost in translation, and then they fixed it for the DS remake. Sadly, we never actually get to hear a full loop of the music, but get to hear a little more of it in any percent because I have to go buy those full tonics from Inhasa. Yeah, the DS version is not really that expensive, as I understand it, even though it's a couple years old. 2008, I want to say, is when it came out. Yeah, they never actually call Azala he or anything in Super Nintendo. They just it's just never specifically called out that she's female. Speaking of hype music, it's time for Shala. Yeah, when I played this game as a kid, I always had trouble leaving the Dark Ages just because I never really wanted to cut off the music. Hey, Crumps, evening, sir. Yeah, you pretty much have to. Yeah, that was that was pretty disappointing to me back in the day. Was that they never resolved Shala's story in the game. I mean, they do for the most part in Chrono Cross, but I didn't really find it all that fulfilling personally, just because. I mean, Shala doesn't have the same relationship with Serge and friends she does with like Chrono, Magus, and other characters in this game. I lost that on purpose if it wasn't obvious too, because it's much faster to die to the golem than to win. Yeah, it is. Oh, it is very possible to win. It's not that hard either if you know how to shift his elemental weakness. But it's slow, so that's why I don't do it. Because I think in order to safely kill the golem in the speedrun setting, I would have to bring Marley here, and then have to keep changing his element back and forth between ice and or do like maybe do like antipode and lightning or something, because antipode would be stronger than single text. Because the important thing to know about the golem is that whenever you change its element to something that's not physical, you reset its ATB bar. That's the strat that you use in the 100% run for the golem twins, is to keep either putting them to sleep or changing their elements, that they never actually get turns, that at least turns that they could kill you on. Yeah, Magus is an anti-hero in my book. I mean, his motivation is that he wants revenge on Lavos for basically kind of ripping him out of his childhood and throwing him into the wilderness. But he does some very so his end goal is basically good, but he does very nasty things to try to bring it about, like, well, killing lots of people in the Middle Ages, most notably. Wow, solo Luca? That sounds impressive. So after getting kicked out of Zeal with the powered up pendant, we're pretty much actually done following the main story of the game. Because all that I really have to do now is do the Sunken Desert Fiona side quest and then pick up some extra items, and then I can actually finish the game. First pit stop is going to be to Medina to get the Swallow, an OP weapon for Crono. Oh, missed. Arg. That sucks. Well, there's goes some time. Okay, and because it was pretty late in the fade out sequence that I dropped it the first time too. An initial equipment run of this game sounds very grindy. Well, Swallow isn't Chrono's best weapon, but it's really overpowered for this point in the game, and it boosts his speed quite a bit too, which is very nice. Okay, nice. Got 4 for 4 bird skips in this run. Oops. Ah. Wait, what? Ah! That's happened to me before too, where the game's just randomly decided to pause. So I'm powering up that chest so that it'll have a blue mail in it in the future. Okay, so Ayla, Luca, Rayla, Marley, Sora, Shantir, and this is the one load that I can't do without a timer. It's very precise. You know what, I have to reset, I can't finish like this. That's disappointing. I usually get this first try. That means I just barely missed the load. Actually, I should have been able to tell, because I thought that Crono did 592 instead of 589 because of yeah, because of his level, but yeah, it was actually because of the load being off. Well, pretty unlikely that I'm going to PB now, but no reason not to finish out, especially for the anniversary special. Yeah, I was very happy that they used the Singing Mountain theme in the DS remake. That was by far my favorite unreleased part of the soundtrack. Chrono Cross is a good game as long as you don't play it expecting Chrono Trigger 2, is what I always tell people. It's a good game, but it's not a good sequel to Chrono Trigger. If I was going to be on sub 3 pace, I'd have to be killing Red Knight pretty much any minute now too. Definitely around like somewhere between 228 and 229. Pretty conservative with the skip because I messed it up a lot. ending of his why did I have to mess it up the first try? Because that would have been a pretty nice time gain if not. Hey Rain. Yeah, I would very much like an FF4 PSP style remake of 5 and 6. And that memory cap right there is what cost me a roughly 3 hour 30 second time on one of my off-screen attempts because I forgot to get it. I just forgot there was a chest in the corner of the room like that. Oh, come on, really? They could even make some kind of extra content for 6 that's like set during the War of the Magi or something. Just because that's a plot thread that they don't really ever fully explain in the game. Well, PB is possible, but if so, it'll be a squeaker, because I've got time I can gain on Lavos Shell. Like about 20. I think I've gained upwards of like 25 seconds or so on Lavos Shell in previous attempts. Derping with opening the chests in the Sunken Desert didn't help, though. When I start the Lavos Shell fight, it's about 23 minutes to the end of the run, just for a sense of perspective. Oh, if they port the the iOS Android port of FF6 to Steam, I'm getting that and streaming a casual playthrough just because it's so goofy looking. Yeah, I remember having to post on the GameFAQs message board to get people to send me letters for getting the Onion Kid job unlocked. Yeah, I've never actually played it myself, but I've generally heard people regard the Famicom version of FF3 as the best. And of course it's got an English fan translation patch. Yeah, Mother 3 English release would be pretty sweet. As like a downloadable game like they did with Mother 1 recently. Yeah, I mean FF3 was kind of I kind of view FF3's job system as a prototype to FF5's, because FF5 has a really solid job system for that kind of game customizable gameplay. And I'm pretty sure that's not just a FF3 DS thing. I'm pretty sure the Famicom version has the same deal where the game penalizes you for changing jobs by making it so you have to win a certain number of battles before you can actually advance in your new job. Yeah, I've got a repro cart for Mother 3 English that I It's one of many, many games that I need to make time to play at some point. Okay, so this is actually my favorite part of the run, is the Lavos shell battle, because in any percent at least. I mean, it's a 20-minute long boss that's very intense and kind of builds in intensity as you go through the boss rush and everything. The 100% run, even though I do like that a little more as a whole, it doesn't have any kind of equivalent to this as far as a really long and challenging boss battle. Even though this is a very repetitive music loop, I do like this more than the Black Omen version of the fight, just because it makes it feel a lot more epic. Yeah, that would be interesting, Rain. Make a RPG runner splat squad, or whatever they're called. I'm doing this because I actually have everything that I need in order to actually win the game now. If I were doing a 100% run, I'd be continuing on to finish the main story and do the side quests, but for any percent, goal is just to beat the game as fast as possible. Might have missed some Chaos Emeralds. Chaos probably is holding them in his Temple of Fiends. Yeah, I need the Green Dream in order to do a glitch that lets me skip some of the phases of the final battle. Yeah, I do skip some boss fights in 100%. That's not part of the category. Hey, test runner, evening, sir. I do like that this fight does use a ton of text that you don't use in anywhere else too, like Fire Sword. Well, I guess I shouldn't say a ton, but the battle strategies are somewhat different than other parts of the game. Yeah, I am fighting bosses that I skipped in the run too. Like Heckran and Zombor. And one that I haven't gotten to yet, namely Giga Gaia. Yeah, everything about this is being manipulated, which is why it's so intense, because I don't have a ton of leeway for either being slow with my inputs or making mistakes and stuff in order to actually be able to win. I was discovered by tool-assisted speedrunners. I think Ottavino and Killai, I think, were the main culprits. Yeah, this is serious time. Got Azala before she did Another telekinesis. Marley's taking a nap. No politics time, please. RPG what? This version of Giga Guy is actually easier than the one you fight in the story, just because of being able to hit the head and the arms and with horizontal line attacks like Falcon hit. No, there's no date for it as far as I know. I'm assuming it's going to be 2017 to line up with the 20th anniversary of the game. Hey, Daniel RGT. Oh, Slash was pretty amazing. I messed up the manipulation and everybody died except Frog, who was Berserk. So it was a very appropriate Slash fight. Hey, nice. I beasted that fight. Well, if I don't safety save, I can probably squeak out a high 301. So, that only means one thing. Okay, aim for Frog. Would have been a pretty safe 301 if I hadn't failed the Sunken Desert manipulation once. Hey, Andy. I'll explain what this is after it's over. There! Oh, that was, I had more time to gain there than I thought, too. GG! 301. Well, a reminder that I almost had a 30030 a few days ago offline, but I choked it at the end. But, PB's a PB. Alright, so... For, I like Jair's analysis of it, and Golo too. But anyway, what just happened was a glitch called the Elixir Overflow glitch. This game doesn't normally let you use healing items on enemies, but if you manipulate the RNG and let your party get killed, and one of your characters revive with the green dream, you can glitch the game out so that it doesn't think you have any valid targets for healing items. And if you use that glitch to use an elixir on an enemy that has over about 16,000 HP, it will give them more HP than the game's capable of tracking, and then it overflows that memory value for their HP total and causes it to become a negative number, and then they die instantly. Yeah. I mean, just looking back. I mean, yeah, I had a pretty good start up until, I mean, I lost time on R series just because of RNG, but, I failed the Heckran and Zombor skips once each, I believe. And had issues with Slash, but the biggest time loss was definitely on Ret Knight because of messing up the manipulation for the Sunken Desert fights. Yeah, what Cyberbot X said. Because it's 32,767 is the max HP value, so basically half of that, rounded up, is the magic number. Yeah. Well, speaking of which, because this is my little special for the 20th anniversary of Chrono Trigger, after this is over, I'm gonna fight Lavos again with my 100% file so that I can do it without that glitch. And we can see the To Far Away Times ending to wrap up the stream on a more fulfilling note. But yeah, I'm not done with this. I mean, I mean, this is a minute and a half slower than a run I almost finished a few days ago, but choked at the end because of having money issues, so... I know, I mean, I think I can get a sub 3 if I keep at it, but I guess we'll just see how long I want to keep going, because I do need to get decently lucky on the Acid Alkaline fight to have and get the boss skips all first try if I want to have a shot at a sub 3. Even a low 300 would, I think, would be a good enough run to submit to SDA along with my 100% PB, because that would reflect having pretty much gotten everything right first try and or had a bad Acid Alkaline fight or failed some encounter skips or something. No, that's the ending if you, I think, beat the game before defeating the Black Tyranno. Yeah, because so many of the New Game Plus endings are about how the how the world gets messed up because of you not doing something in the main story. Awesome to gold Lavos shell, though. I didn't realize I had that much time to gain there. I thought it was more to the tune of like 25 to 30 seconds. Especially with me having like derped opening some of the chests in the Sunken Desert, too.